What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a poem called This Moment by Eavan Boland. It's a fairly simple poem that discovered by both Higher and Ordinary English, and I believe it is a go-to poem for when it comes to poetry choices by Eavan Boland. It happens about capturing a moment, ironically. Talks about how a mother embraces her child, or just a child, in her arms at dusk, sunset. It causes anticipation in the reading of the poem by the readers, and it has a lot of vivid imagery that makes us think about how beautiful this moment actually is. Anyway, to break it down for you. It is a simple nature lyric celebrating the moment of dusk in the suburbs. Of course, we know about the life of Eavan Boland and how she spent a lot of it living in the suburbs because she also lived in the city. The scene is filled with the usual furniture of a suburban evening. For instance, darkening trees, lighted windows, stars, moths and wrens, children, mothers calling them in, like the darkness is a sign of, danger, and like how the time has come for children to go back home inside. It's associated with sunset. As soon as the sun goes down, children are supposed to be inside the house. It creates an atmosphere of calm and continuous growth, ripeness and natural abundance. As it says, one window is yellow as butter. Moths flutter, apples sweeten in the dark. And I quote, Boland is celebrating the ordinary, having discovered that even banal suburban routines can stimulate the poetic in her. A lot of ideologies about poetry and its writings were usually back then, based on the fact that you can't really be motivated to write when you're surrounded by, whether you're in the suburbs surrounded by a suburban, furniture, as I referred to it earlier. But Boland, through this poem, realizes that that is actually different and that she can actually communicate her thoughts and feelings onto paper in terms of writing poetry in the suburbs as well. Now, the tone is mysterious, anticipating. You feel like there's a hint of mystery. It says things are getting ready to happen out of sight. We're anticipating, we're waiting for something to happen as if we expect something to occur. It might be about nature's continuing growth in the secrecy of the night, as it says, apples sweeten in the dark, or to some deeper meaning of this scene, but we are yet to find out. The most significant moment in this poem, This Moment, is about the mother embracing the child. There's a subtle dramatic build-up to this, with intimidations and something that is being held back slightly, as it says, like things are ready to happen, things are getting ready to happen, but not yet. The first stanza is emphasized upon by having the only significant activity in the poem, leans to catch, run. With that activity, this moment has arrived. Notice the verbs that are being used: leans, to catch, run. Like they're verbs of activity. They're associated with energy, which is very much different from what is about to happen in the dark, as like the sun's about to set, meaning less energy and all that scientific stuff. The moment celebrated is maternal, physical demonstration of the bond between a mother and a child, demonstrated through poetry, through the means of nature, through a mother calling her child inside the house. So we can say that the message of this poem is about conveying the feelings of a mother towards her child, and how usually mothers are associated with their children. The fact that this is happening everywhere, in suburbs all over the world, gives it universal significance and lends a mythic quality to the gesture The woman in the poem is connected to all women in history who must have performed a similar action. This is significant for the sake if you read about Evan Boland and the way she used to live her life and her movements and what she vouched for, you would understand the relevance of this part to her life. The poem is basically about dusk, a moment of transition in nature, but it's also about a universal moment in woman's experience, the confirmation of material love. So Evan Boland is expressing how important it is to understand the undying and unexpressible love that mothers have for their children. This is the whole point. So the suburbs can be poetic. There are significant moments of human encounter in this poem. A woman sharing in the universal experience of motherhood as well. Basically, this poem is very simple, and I hope you guys find it easy to understand from what I just explained today. In case you have any questions, please do not hesitate to drop them down below in the comments. Have a good day and see you next time.